Welcome to the Sports Minute. If you like the video this evening, please come in and share it. And please subscribe to my page, Vincent Turner 560 on YouTube. Tonight's video, Sheduer Sanders answered the bell. Let me tell you a story. This evening, you're looking at myself, Vincent Turner. I'm 65 years old. I've been a football fan all my life, ever since I was able to even know the game existed. And I've seen some great football players come through this game. And I've seen some great athletes, period. But Sheduer Sanders comes in a little bit unique. You think about it, his dad was a Hall of Fame cornerback, one of the best, in some people's opinion, the best that done it. And that was a lot, I want to say, eyes on Sheduer Sanders when he was in Colorado. Some of it was good, some of it was bad. Some people didn't like the flashing of the jewelry. Some people didn't like, they say he was arrogant. But you know what? I'm going to tell you this. Colorado won one football game before he got there. And when he left, they went 9-4. And he was Big 12 Offensive Player of the Year. And I said to myself, there's some things I didn't like what he doing. Maybe he was a little bit too flashy. But you can't take away that he's a special football player at the quarterback position. And one thing I think about Sheduer Sanders is that he dropped to the 5th round in the 2025 NFL draft. And he took it like a man. But after the NFL draft combine, I couldn't believe some of the things that were said about him. We don't know if he can lead a team. We don't know if he could be a good teammate. Very cocky doing the pre-draft interviews. And I said, okay. Then when he fell in the draft, because I had him as a first-round talent, in my mind, in my opinion, I said, there's no way he should have failed to the 5th round. Then it goes to the Cleveland Browns that already have, 3 quarterbacks and one they drafted in the 3rd round. And I said to myself, he got an uphill climb. But I thought about this, as I'm going to go back in my lifetime. As I told you, I've been a football fan all my 65 years. And when I really started noticing this game, I was about 5 years old. But I'm going to go to another sports figure. See, Sheduer Sanders, where y'all think it's a lot of people don't like him, there's a lot of people pulling for him, such as myself. And I go back when I was 4 years old, and my father, who's still alive down there in Memphis, Tennessee, Mr. Chester Turner, loved this one certain athlete from Louisville, Kentucky, by the name of Cassius Clay, who changed his name after he beat the great Sonny Liston to Muhammad Ali. But I think about that evening in Miami when Cassius Clay went in as an enormous underdog against Sonny Liston. And then the 7th round came and he started dancing. And he united a whole community, even myself at 4 years old. And how at that time it lifted everybody across the country. Tonight, when Sheduer Sanders took the field against the Carolina Panthers, that's what he did this evening. I work here in Atlanta, Georgia, and I go to a certain barber shop that's located in the West End. If anybody has familiarity, that's from Atlanta. And the first thing I walk in, I see the 2 barbers I know. They say, man, I got to get home. I got to see Sheduer Sanders. The barber shop got about maybe 15 people. Man, I got to get home, must see TV. And I got to thinking, it's all over 1964 in Miami. Ali, Clay against Liston. And then I said, you know what? I worked pretty hard today. I live here in Douglasville, Georgia, which is about 20 miles west of Atlanta. And I said, I'm going to go to Buffalo Wild Wings, which is a favorite spot during football season. It's a preseason game. And I walk in and the place is packed. And they all there to see Sheduer Sanders. And I said to myself again, it's all over 1964. And to see that young man go 14 of 23, 138 yards and 2 touchdowns, and some of the throws he made, I thought about Ali slash Cassius Clay out of Louisville, Kentucky. But what I saw was a young man that was up against odds, but he had a whole country behind him. Like I said, when you think a lot of people are against Sheduer Sanders, you need to think about who tweeted him. LeBron James, Jamie Foxx, and numerous other people, including his father. That's the impact this young man has. And when I saw a quarterback and I had to give a grade for his skill set, arm strength, A plus, delivery, A plus, release quickness, A plus, touch, A plus, poise, A plus, decision making, A plus, leadership, A plus, and field vision, A plus. And then I looked over to the sidelines. They did the sideline cuts. Now, Myles Garrett was to be the top rated player and the highest paid player and a Pro Bowl player and a defensive player of the year award winner in the National Football League. And I see him on the sideline, excited. And I see all those other Brown players around a guy that's a fifth round pick, a rookie. I know his father is Deion Sanders, but I said that was special this evening. And I'm going to tell you what, no matter what happens the rest of the preseason, there's been a statement made by Sheduer Sanders. Kenny Pickett, Joe Flacco, Dylan Gabriel, the pressure is on. The pressure is on. That young man proved to the nation that a lot of teams made a mistake and let him fall all the way to the fifth round. And I want to give the Cleveland Browns organization kudos and a general manager, Andrew Berry. Thumbs up, brother. But most of all, fight in tonight. See, there's been certain people who's had an undrafted grade on him. And I went to Twitter this evening to see what you said this evening. And all you could say, he held the ball too long. But you didn't mention 14 or 23 for 138 yards and 2 touchdowns. You didn't mention the ropes he threw for touchdowns. You didn't mention the accuracy he threw for. But that's all right. The young man has already proved his point. And there's nothing you could do about it. You look like a fool. No matter what. His dad is a Hall of Fame quarterback, Super Bowl winner. But I tell you this, if the Cleveland Browns had any sense, and Jimmy Haslett, you from the state of Tennessee, the same state I'm from Memphis, the 901. I think tonight you'll go back before you say your prayers this evening and say, hey, this young man, he could bring a city alive. Jerry Jeudy, Quayshawn Junkins, Cedric Tillman, David N at the tight end position, Mason Graham, and Myles Garrett leaving the defense. I learned that man ain't scared of no big moment. He's not scared who's in that AFC North. Aaron Rodgers, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson. But I hope the Cleveland Browns do the right thing this evening. If you didn't get excited and root for that young man this evening, I don't know where you at as a football fan. All that pressure that was on him. Just think if he would have flopped. ESPN, Sports Illustrated, Twitter, every sports media would have been out there killing him. But you know what? He did this evening. Crickets, quiet. I'm here. Kudos, young man. I'm pulling for you. Sheduer Sanders, you answered the critics tonight, baby. Thank you. You're making me live again like I was 4 years old watching Cassius Clay defeat Sonny Liston down there in Miami. Thank you. If you like the video this evening, please come in and share it. Please subscribe to my YouTube page, Vincent Turner 560. It's been a great night. Preseason football week 1. All the smoke right now and all the talk is about Sheduer Sanders. And oh, by the way, to the certain person and you live in Key West, and I know you're going to come across this video, maybe you need to slow down a little bit. Maybe God's showing you to keep your mouth shut. Y'all be blessed this evening. Thank you.